and welcome to Two Wrasslin Dogs Farms. Today is 4th of July and we are going to be celebrating a little while, and I wanted to share with you all a recipe for a Queen Anne's Lace tonic or cordial or soda. They're called either of those three things. And Queen Anne's Lace is the flower that is blooming right now, and they're all over the place. And the little flower heads look like fireworks. So this is a great recipe to try with kids. And it's a project that'll take a couple of weeks to do with them. Now, I have already made sodas with pink honeysuckle, and elderflower. So the pink honeysuckle or Weigelia I gave to two friends. And the yellow honeysuckle tonic I have already strained, and now it's fermenting. And it's hard to tell on this camera, but if you look at the bottle closely, there's little tiny bubbles, so it's been fermenting. And I do release the bottle once a day, just so that it doesn't explode. And it doesn't make a lot of fermentation sound, but it'll have a nice little fizz, and you add it to some club soda. This is elderflower tonic, which, as you can see, is really very fermented. If you shake it up, it will fizz up, and there you go. Has a little fermentation going on. So I'm going to probably let these go for another couple of days, and then we're going to filter them and bottle them. And the one I'm making today, like I said, is Queen Anne's Lace. Now, I started a batch of it yesterday, and this will be stirred once a day until July 13th, and the batch that I'm doing today is going to go through the same process, and it'll just be ready for the next day. So what you want to do is start by counting out 20 umbels. So the umbels are just the flower of the Queen Anne's Lace, and you want to cut the stem off as close as you possibly can. So move these out of the way and get a nice big jar, and we'll count the 20 flowers. And you do not want to rinse these or wash these. So after you harvest them, just leave them on the counter for a little bit, so if there's any bugs or anything, you can see them crawling about and rehome them. And you're just going to pop the flower buds into the jar, along with one whole lemon that you have thinly sliced. Now, obviously, you want to get organic lemons if you can, but if you cannot, just make sure you give the outer rind of the lemon a good washing. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add 6 cups of cold water and 2 cups of sugar. Now, that mixture is more than enough for you to utilize a whisk and stir this up a little bit so that the sugar completely dissolves without having to heat it. If for any reason you cannot get the sugar to dissolve and you need to heat it, then please let the water cool down before you add it to the blossom mixture, because you will then kill off the natural yeasts and pollen that you want to stay into this mixture. So all we're going to do now is carefully pour this mixture into the jar. And we're going to cover it with a piece of muslin and a rubber band, and once a day for 10 days you're going to stir it. And after 10 days you're going to strain it and take out the lemon slices and the blossoms. And then if you want to, you could put it right in the refrigerator right then. But if you would like this to be a fizzier drink, get a orange juice container or one of those half and half containers. Plastic is great because you don't have to worry about it breaking. And keep it in a dark place out of direct sunlight for another week, and release the gases once a day. And when it's ready, bottle it and put it in the refrigerator. So this is not to be drank straight. You're going to use this as a little mixture, add a little tonic water or club soda, and you can enjoy it that way as a beverage. You can also use it as a mixer in a cocktail. But what's great about it is it's got pollen and some natural yeasts in it, and also the fermentation gives it some really great probiotics. And it's a great project to do with kids. And even though it's fermented, it's not alcoholic, it's a fizzy drink, and it's really, really delicious. This one in particular I brought to the farmer's market last year when it was really, really hot, and shared it with my fellow vendors, and they loved it, and everybody wanted me to make more and more of it this year. So I am. So if you want to try this, today's the day. Go out and harvest your Queen Anne's Lace umbels and start a science project with your kids. Have a great 4th of July. Stay safe and stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.